Welcome back to Red Glasses Talks. The title is Be Priority Driven. So we looked at a number of weeks ago the first priority, which is a personal progressive commitment to Jesus Christ. In Matthew chapter number 22, verse 37, when Jesus was asked, what's the great commandment? He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with everything. And so last time we talked about we need to be developing intellectually. And all these areas that we're mentioning, and we have been quoting Luke 2:52, the same areas Jesus grew in when he was growing up as a young boy are the same areas we're talking about here. So today we want to talk about developing socially, intellectually, and now we're going to look, how do I develop socially, the social area of my life. It's interesting the number of people over the years that I've met that really struggle in terms of their relationships. And so this is a big area. I can know the Lord and have information about the Bible and about Him, but still struggle horizontally in my relationships. And there are a number of relationships we want to mention today. So we are to live life in relationships. And everyone has to have some encounter, some kind of encounter with some kind of person. We are to be in relationships. We are to be, someone said, interdependent. So we have to begin to work on enriching the circle of friends. Let me give you some passages of scripture. Proverbs 17:17, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Proverbs 18:24, a man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 27, verse 6, 17, and 19, wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses or difficulty. And verse 17, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And then verse 19, as water reflects a face, so a man's heart reflects the man, what he's really like. So if a person that is a friend is someone that knows everything about you and totally, completely, 100% accepts you. It's hard to find that kind of person. A person who sees your ugly side and doesn't reject you. And so the thing we need to remember is the deeper relationship we have with someone, the greater the potential for confrontation. But nonetheless, this friend sticks with you no matter what. Now, there are a bunch of relationships I want to mention, and I won't say a lot about it, but I want to mention the different categories of relationships we all have and will develop during our lifetime. First is your heroes. These are people that inspire you. And so someone has said we become like the people we are around, the people we emulate, and this is true. Second is your models. They help us to do certain things, certain projects, certain goals, certain dreams. Our models are to help us achieve the best use of our gifts and our talents. And I look at some of my models, an uncle, an English teacher, a youth minister, a teacher, a counselor, a professor. I have a list of people over the years that have made a great investment in my life and have made a gigantic difference in me. And they've helped me then to do that with other people. So you should see in your model what you ultimately want to be. Then your job as you build into someone else, like a friend, like a model, it is to create an environment where people can grow. That's a very important phrase, to create an environment. You don't hold a Bible over people's head and beat them in the head and try to drill the Bible in them or get them to do certain things. You create an environment where by the grace of God they can develop and grow, and you can model that out for them. Or you can even point to other people that they can emulate certain things in their life. When we stop learning, we really stop living. Here's another one, your disciple. Now, if you look at Matthew 28:19, Jesus said, Go to the disciples then and now, go into all the world and make disciples. So what is a disciple? A disciple is three things in the New Testament. A disciple is a learner, a follower of Jesus, and a reproducer. So we need to have a faith foundation built into our lives that we know, that we live by, and that we intentionally invest in the life of another so they can be an ongoing learner, a follower of Jesus, and reproducing what they know and live by in the life of someone else. And this is to be an ongoing lifestyle all our life. The greatest fruit in your life and satisfaction will come as you build your life into another person's life, who then builds it into another person's life, who then builds it into another person's life. That was Jesus's plan to change a planet, and it is a command by Christ. It is meant for every true believer. So how you doing with that one? Let me give you a couple more here. Your soul brother or sister, they accept you but challenge you. Your friends outside your present circle, people of different ages and different backgrounds. This can be a challenging one. Here's another category. Your non-Christian friends, your civic and government leaders. So what we're called to do, and especially some of these areas that are further out from those that are closer to us, is to love people and care for people, be concerned for people, pay attention to people, respect people. So here's the final thought. Remember, sinners always felt comfortable in the presence of Jesus. Do people feel comfortable in your presence? Take an evaluation of your relationships. The social area is so important in our lives.